investments at a plug-and-play because we felt like the presence of VC started to alter the way they did business. So I'm really, I read your blog on the hack that you did there, and I'm wondering, how do you keep it pure? How do we keep, General Assembly from getting so bogged down in the investment perspective versus kind of the pure startup?
Well, tell me what went wrong at plug and play. I'm not actually that familiar. Plug and play is a Silicon Valley phenomenon.
Yeah, it's a
right?
Silicon Valley phenomenon, just like General Assembly, but it's so bogged down in VC now that the companies kind of lost their focus from building a business to raising capital over and over and over.
Is it because the VCs hang out there? Or?
They hang out. It's literally like a hangout spot.
Right.
So as General Assembly, a couple companies get some traction, some notoriety, people kind of catch on, they come down from Boston, the New York folks, the VC folks. How do you keep it pure, or what was your experience there, and where do you see it going?
Well, so for those of you who don't know, General Assembly is a new, I guess I would put it in the category of a co-working space, and it's right across the street from our offices on Broadway between 20th and 21st. And it's beautiful. They got some money from the city, and it's a for-profit business, but they got some funding from the city, and they really did it nice. It's beautiful space, lots of open space for meetings and events and things like that. They call it a campus. They really think of it as kind of almost an educational type thing. There's programming there every night, there's classes, there's meetups, there's hackathons, etc. Really terrific. I mean, I think they did a fantastic job. We don't hang out there. We work right across the street from General Assembly. We don't hang out there. I can understand why VCs might want to hang out there, and maybe some do. But the VC community in New York is not yet like Silicon Valley. And there's a couple dozen firms that really make up the vast majority of what goes on in New York. And Silicon Valley, I think, might be a couple hundred firms, right? So the level of competition for deals here in New York isn't anywhere near what goes on in Silicon Valley. And so I'm not sure that it's gotten to that level of competition where the VCs are just going to start hanging out at these co-working spaces. But I think it's important for the people who run General Assembly to make sure that they can manage the space and the companies that are in the space and not get, let it get taken over by the wrong kinds of people and the wrong kinds of agendas. I really like the approach towards education and community and events and things like that, and I think it's really, where they're going with it right now, I think is really great.
I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit about your decision to invest in Hashable. Got in there relatively early on, and if you think how much of the success that Hashable has had getting off the ground has to do with the fact that you're one of their star users?
Well, so Hashable is a company that we invested in a couple of years ago. It didn't start out as Hashable. It started out as a different company called Tract.com. And our investment in Tract, now Hashable, largely an investment in the entrepreneur, Mike Yamandiddy. Mike is a serial entrepreneur here in New York. One of these people that, when I was talking about the tree and the root system, Mike's been involved